Hello everybody and welcome back to Operation Logistics, where we are currently working on creating a tutorial window here, and it's gonna take a little bit more work. We currently have ourselves an advisor script here with a length of 2. This is a test. Did it work? However, it does not currently know about the buttons. So that's something we may want to do. One thing I'm wondering is, how do we assign this in code? And also, the cat is suddenly deciding that right now is absolutely the right time to come in, so I apologize, but I will be right back, otherwise she will never stop yelling. Okay, exciting stuff there with letting the cat in. However, the question is, do we want to clear this and assign it based on what script is running? Can we only run one script at a time? What happens if two are trying to run at once? That's the question. So, for right now, let's go ahead and hop in here. And I think what we should do is we should go ahead and put in our public button, and this will be next button, previous button, and skip button. For right now, that's going to be the name of the 3 of them. So that's fine. And then on start script, we should probably go ahead and try to link these up. So let's see if I can remember how to do this via code. So previous button dot, and this is probably going to be on click. But we need to, I've completely forgotten how to set this delegate. Let me check here. Unity button on click. Let's see. We need to do onClick.addListener. That's what it is. .addListener, and this is going to be very, very simply. This is simply going to be on reverse script. Okay. So then the next question is, when we end the script, can we then do previous button dot on click dot clear, remove all listeners. That's what we're looking for. Perfect. Okay, so we'll hook this up when we start the script and unhook it when we end the script. And then we will say next button dot on click dot add listener on advance script. There we go. And finally, skip button dot on click dot add listener on end script. Okay, now we'll need to clear all those. So next button dot on click dot remove all listeners, and finally skip button dot on click dot remove all listeners. And I may come up with better names for those, like, I don't know, more generic ones later on. We'll see. So let's just go ahead and hook all this up then. We may set this up so it automatically grabs these later on, but for right now this will be fine. So there's our next, our previous, and our skip. And it should automatically hook those up when it runs on load. So let's see what it does. It should automatically change advisor text test to this is a test, and let's actually also make sure that the images are working and have image 0 set to, say, knob, and image 1 set to, say, background, so we can see if it changes the image as well. Well, let's see if this goes. This may cause some problems, but it shouldn't. Okay, so we have a null reference exception, But we can see that this is a test, worked, and we can see that it changed the circle. So where's our null reference exceptions at? It's in base hex, sub-hex manager. Oh, because I disabled them for working on the UI. Yup. Biome hexes and sub-hexes, which we could at this point realistically rename to building hexes, which is a way less confusing nomenclature. And we'll just continue renaming these as we come across them. Okay. So this window system should work just fine. So yeah, this is a test and it changed to a knob. Did it work? And it changed to background. When I click next, it should end the tutorial, but argument is out of range. Okay, I thought I protected against that, but that's in advisor script line 42. So let's check here. If text's current index is not equal to null, but in the advanced script, current index plus plus, if current index is greater than text.count, do we need to put in a -1 there? Maybe we do. Let's try that. It's possible that I'm just thinking of it wrong since it's 0 indexed. We'll find out. But it changes the image, it changes the text. Now, we don't have the ability to do any text formatting here, as of yet, but that's okay. Did it work? And it worked. Okay, so that goes away. If we do next, and then previous twice, it should just go back and then do nothing, and indeed it does. And then if we just skip tutorial from here, it should just completely end it. And we're right back to where we were. Perfect. Okay. So, it looks like our advisor is now working basically perfectly-ish. And we could create a series of advisor images or something like that. But for right now, I'm just going to bump this up. Let's actually test something. Did the line break work? Let's find out if that works with a line break. It does not. Hypothetically, what happens if we then come in here and turn on rich text? Where's the option here? So we've got our vertex RTL editor. Okay, that's interesting. Oh, that flips it. I got you. That's not what we're looking for right now. We are looking for... Okay, so it works if we put in rich text here. That's weird. And another thing. Real quick. You can see we're still mousing things over here. But if we press on the buttons... Well, rather, if we press the button without pressing skip tutorial, you will notice something interesting, and that is that it doesn't zoom to a hex. Well, actually, it does. Okay, so we're going to need to add in that collider, which we did here previously. So I'm going to go ahead and add a component, and this is going to be a box collider. And this box collider will be placed basically where it is, and it's going to be 1280 by 720. And that should prevent that. Let's find out. Yeah, perfect. Excellent. Okay, for the purposes of testing, I'm going to go ahead and remove actually everything from that list, because it should support not having different images as well. Let's go ahead and test that. And it does indeed. Now, here's the real question. Does it support null images? It should. We put that in. So let's go ahead and test it. So we've got ourselves a null image here. Okay, it doesn't change it back to the original image for obvious reasons. However, yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Had a bit of a coughing fit there. Might not be over quite yet. We're getting there. So, our script is now working fine. So the time has now come, I think, to go ahead and write a proper script. I'm going to go ahead and remove the images, since we don't have any images to put in that spot quite yet. And for right now, I'm going to, well, is there like a special object that we need to pass into the TextMesh Pro text here? That's what I'm wondering. In order to enable rich text. Another thing I'd like to try, we'll see if it works, is text area. And this will be something along the lines of int min lines, int max lines. So that would be probably 1 and a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, around 20 to 22. I don't know if that's going to work on a list of strings. This is a test. We'll find out. Actually, it does. So then from here, we can now put in our own line break. Like so. So now we should be able to say, this is a test. Did the line break work? Did it work? Yes. It should work. And indeed it does. Did it work? Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so with that being in there, now that we know that we can do a text area on the list of texts, or list of strings, that's actually really, really solid. So the next question is, what about rich text for TextMesh Pro? Can we pass that in? And I am checking that right now. So we can use rich text tags. Like, for example, we should be able to do something along the lines of kind of like this. Align equals center. Do we need to close the tag? I don't think we do, but let's check to see if that works. Hey, it worked. Excellent. Let's try something else. Let's try align equals center. This is a title. And then we'll also do something along the lines of, can we do a size for the font size? And style? So let's do size equals, and we'll call this something around, come on, lost focus there somehow. Size equals 36. Does that actually need to be in quotes? I guess I'd kind of be a little bit surprised. No, I don't think it needs to be I don't think the size needs to be in quotes. I think we just need the closing caret and then like this. So then down here, we could then say something along the lines of size equals 24. And then we could also do, I think the syntax would be style equals bold. Oh, no, we can just very simply use HTML style tags according to the documentation. So we can just do B and then /B, like so. So that would allow us to do some kind of interesting things, I hope. Hey, look at that. That's really nice. We'll then have this be align equals left. And now we have full support for rich text in our text field. And I do think that we should probably have a little extra space here, so all we need to do is very simply add a line break. Like so. And there we go. So instead of this is a title, we could have this be something along the lines of, welcome to your new logistics company. Like that. Now, we don't have support for user input other than previous or next, but we can, I mean, we have support for renaming the company in the upper left, and we can just direct the player to do that. So welcome to your new logistics company. And then this would be, I feel like this is still maybe a little bit on the big side. Let's try 16 and see how that feels. Okay, we're on 2 lines here, but I think that's probably okay. I feel like 16 is maybe a little bit small, but that said, I'm not fully maximized here. Yeah, I mean, I'm losing a lot of space, so let's see how it works in different aspect ratios. 5:4, 4:3, 3:2, 16:10, 16:9 seems to all be fine. Excellent. So, welcome to your new logistics company. My name is Clippy. I'm here to annoy you as much as possible. Okay, that might not be a good idea. We'll go with it for right now, though. We'll revise this later on. I'm here to annoy you as much as possible. And what is the syntax for strike through? Would that be S? I'm assuming this has support for strike through. Oh my. Treating a font as monospace? That's exciting. Okay, we can not break or not parse certain things. We can insert strikes. Okay. Strikes. Sprites. It is indeed S for strike through. So, my name is Clippy. I'm here to strike through, and then unstrike through. Help you construct your logistical delivery empire. First things first, though, you need a name for your nascent company. What do you think you should... Oh my, I can't type. What do you think? You eat a name? I think it's just not displaying. Yeah, it's just not displaying. Let's just do something kind of like that. What do you think you should name your company. Actually, first things first though, you need a name for your nascent company. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can then put in, or rather, if you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can name your company anything you like. Once you've done that, press Next. Or skip the tutorial if you already know what to do. Okay, so we should probably turn the top bar back on then. The top bar is not disabled, and for right now, it's not going to force you to test the company name until Next becomes available. But that's something we could implement, theoretically. So for right now, let's just go ahead and say, there we go. Welcome to your new logistics company. My name is Clippy. I'm here to annoy you as much as possible, help you construct your logistical delivery empire. First things first though, you need a name for your nascent company. If you look in the upper left-hand corner, you can name your company anything you like. Once you've done that, press Next or skip the tutorial if you already know what to do. So you can then click up here, Atraitus Incorporated. Incorporated. No, Incorporated. There we go. So once you've done that, press Next or skip the tutorial if you already know what to do. Did it work? Yes. I mean, we haven't written that one. Okay. So, it tells you how to name your company. You can leave it as test company name, theoretically. And I'm actually going to change that so that the placeholder text is now going to read, instead of text company name, or test company name, it's going to read default company name. There we go. We don't need a line break in it. Okay. So, the next script, and actually, I just had an idea. This here, as a mono behavior, granted, it doesn't run every frame, but on end script, we may as well GameObject.setActiveFalse. We may as well set it to be non-active once we finish it up. So, did it work? Yes. Well, okay. So, we can then do something along the lines of, well, let's just go ahead and make another title here. And the title will be, instead of Welcome to your new logistics company, it would be, You need a base. And then we will grab this here. Well, instead of base, let's use headquarters instead. You need a headquarters. So, got a name? Well, we haven't verified that they have a name, but got a name? Good. Let's next figure out where you want to be originally based. Don't worry too much about this, because you can change eventually. Okay, I'm not going to say that. Let's next figure out where you want to be originally based. Overall location doesn't matter too much, since you can build hubs wherever? Whenever? Yeah, wherever you want. However, it may impact your early game substantially. I'd recommend choosing a location close to water that is in an urban area. And then at that point, it would go to a different screen, okay? So let me show you what I mean. So you come in here, you get your tutorial window. Welcome to your new logistics company, blah, blah, blah. We already handled that. You need a headquarters. Got a name? Good. Let's next figure out where you want to be originally based. Overall location doesn't matter too much, since you can build hubs wherever you want. However, it may impact your early game substantially. I'd recommend choosing a location close to water that is in an urban area. Okay, so at that point, the window goes away, and then what is the question? Well, you need to be directed in-game to click on a hex. So I guess we could say, right here, we could say, once you've found a hex like that, click on it to zoom in. And then it would just wait for you to click on it to zoom in, theoretically. And this would essentially be the extent of this particular tutorial thing. So you need a headquarters, and then it would tell you choose a coastal location in an urban area. And personally, looking at the lay of this land, oh my. Okay. That's an interesting little one. Apparently that's not getting automatically turned off at the beginning of the game, so that's something we'll need to look at later on. But once we found the area, it tells you to click on the hex, and then you do so, it'll wait until now, and then it would pop up a new window saying, okay, now click on another hex within this hex, and then you'll be able to choose where you want to be based. However, every tile is currently populated, so this will all be things that will need to be handled later on. However, we would then set up some sort of a pause scenario. So, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and write a note to myself to do. Set up a pause scenario where the script waits for... where the script deactivates and waits for you to do something before coming back. This can be a variable task. Okay. However, it is time to put a cut in, so before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and put a cut in, and we will do that in the next episode. See you all then.